Did you know that 75% of all lifetime mental health conditions begin by the age of 24? Let that sink in for a moment. Hey there, beautiful soul. Welcome back to another episode of MindShift Media, where we explore the inner world, one conversation at a time. I'm your host, Teodor, and today we're diving into a topic that's often whispered about, if talked about at all. Mental health in your 20s. Now, your 20s are sold as this golden decade of freedom, self-discovery, adventure, and opportunity. And yes, they can be all of that. But what we don't talk about enough is the other side. The crippling anxiety, the identity crises, the quiet breakdowns after work, the overwhelming pressure to figure it all out. If you're feeling lost, burnt out, or emotionally stuck, you're not alone. And today, we're going to talk about the things no one told us about mental health in our 20s, but should have. So grab your coffee, tea, or take this walk with me. Let's unpack the emotional roller coaster of your 20s and learn how to ride it with a little more grace, a little more truth, and a lot more self-compassion. Let's start with something you've probably seen this morning. Scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, you see a 24-year-old traveling the world, a 26-year-old buying their first house, a 28-year-old launching a business, and you think, what am I doing with my life? Social media has become this constant comparison machine, and in your 20s, it can feel like everyone else is ahead, except you. But here's what nobody tells you. Behind every polished post is a messy reality. That travel vlogger, she's lonely. That entrepreneur, he's drowning in debt. That friend who got married young, she's questioning everything. You're seeing highlight reels, not the behind-the-scenes footage. I remember being 23, freshly graduated, job hunting during a recession. Every rejection email chipped away at my self-worth. Meanwhile, my feed was full of success stories. It felt like I was losing the race, and I didn't even know what I was racing toward. The first step to protecting your mental health in your 20s is to recognize that social media isn't real life. If you wouldn't compare your journey to a movie trailer, don't compare it to a curated feed. Unfollow or mute accounts that make you feel inadequate. Follow creators who share authentically and talk about struggles as much as wins. Curate your feed like you curate your space, intentionally. In your 20s, there's this invisible pressure, like a ticking clock. Graduate, get a job, find a partner, save money, be happy. Oh, and don't forget to live your best life. It's exhausting and unrealistic. Here's the truth. Your 20s are not about having it all figured out. They're about figuring it out. This is a decade of exploration, trial and error, mistakes, pivots, growth spurts, breakdowns and breakthroughs. You take a job because it's safe, but you secretly hate it. You date someone who looks good on paper, but doesn't nourish your soul. You move to a city to feel free and end up feeling lonelier than ever. And yet, all of it matters, even the detours. Psychologists say the brain doesn't fully mature until around age 25. That means your emotional regulation, decision-making, and identity are still in development. You're not behind, you're evolving. Start asking better questions. Not, where should I be by now? But what do I want to learn about myself this year? Or what brings me peace? Replace rigid timelines with fluid intentions. Your path doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Ironically, this is the most connected generation in history, and yet loneliness is at an all-time high. Your 20s can be especially isolating. You move away from your hometown, your friend group scatters, and suddenly it feels like everyone has their people, except you. I once moved to a new city with big dreams, but I didn't realize how hard it would be to rebuild a community from scratch. For 6 months, I ate dinner alone. I scrolled endlessly, looking for connection. I smiled at parties but felt invisible. Loneliness isn't just a lack of people, it's a lack of meaningful connection. According to research from the American Psychological Association, chronic loneliness can have the same impact on health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Reach out first. Invite someone for coffee. Join a class or book club. Volunteer. Connection is built in the micro moments of effort, not just waiting to click with someone. Also, get comfortable with solitude. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. The more at peace you are with yourself, the less external validation you need. Not all pain is visible. Many people in their 20s suffer from anxiety, depression, or emotional exhaustion, and mask it with smiles, work, or endless distractions. If you've ever woken up with a pit in your stomach, if you've cried in the bathroom between Zoom calls, if you've felt numb when you were supposed to feel happy, you're not broken, you're human. Mental health challenges often surface in the 20s because it's the first time you're navigating life without a roadmap. You face rejection, heartbreak, financial stress, identity loss, and you do it with minimal support. The World Health Organization reports that depression is a leading cause of illness and disability among adolescents and young adults, but so many suffer in silence because of stigma, because of fear, because they think they're supposed to be okay. I waited years to ask for help. I thought I had to tough it out. But healing began the moment I opened up. Therapy didn't make me weak. It gave me tools. Meditation didn't solve everything, but it gave me space. Normalize therapy. Think of it like personal training for your mind. Use mental health days if you have them. Rest isn't a reward, it's a requirement. Limit caffeine and alcohol. Both mess with your brain's chemistry. Move your body. Even a 10-minute walk can change your headspace. Journal, name your feelings, untangle the chaos inside. And above all, don't wait until you're in crisis to care for your mental health. One of the biggest mental health challenges in your 20s is internalizing the belief that your worth is tied to achievement. That job title, that partner, that income, that body, that status. But what if I told you, your worth has nothing to do with what you produce? You are valuable because you exist, period. Stop outsourcing your value to the world. No job, no relationship, no number in your bank account defines your essence. You are not behind. You are on a journey, and you get to write your story. Write a letter to your 20-year-old self, or your current self. Thank them, forgive them, encourage them. Remind them that healing isn't linear, that growth isn't glamorous, and that peace is possible, right here, right now. So let's recap. Your 20s are messy, beautiful, confusing, and transformative. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. You are not alone in your struggles, even if it feels that way. Healing is possible. Connection is possible. Joy is possible. If no one has told you lately, I'm proud of you. Just for waking up, just for showing up, just for trying. And if you're walking through something heavy, remember, this chapter isn't the whole book. Keep going. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's normalize mental health conversations, one story at a time. And hey, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a moment of soul talk from MindShift Media. Until next time, take care of your mind and be gentle with your heart. You've got this.